Hi everyone. So this is my last weekend in Paris before I Eurostar back to London. It's been an intense 3 weeks looking after my back, which got damaged at a Zoom located Ashtanga class, and taking care of other stuff for work for our law firm Crefovi, and also taking care of myself. So it's been useful to go back to Paris after around 4 months in London, where I just couldn't move because of all the lockdown rules. It's so important. I mean, what I have been taught by this whole experience is that it's so important to be able to seamlessly move around, between countries where you work, and it becomes really very difficult to run a business when you can't move from one place to the other, in a seamless manner. Thank God, Paris and London are only separated by 2 hours on the Eurostar, but basically between January and March it was impossible to circulate. So so things are getting better. Apparently on tomorrow, on the 17th of May, Monday, we're going to also have some new rules in relation to the easing of rules when you come back to the UK. Apparently before the 17th of May it was necessary to do two PCR COVID tests, one when you arrive on the second day and then another one when you've been back in the UK for 8 days. So I don't tell you about the cost. I mean, it's just so expensive because of course the NHS doesn't pay for this sort of stuff, so you've got to go private, and it costs you 120 pounds each time you do a PCR test. So basically it costs you 3 times the amount of your Eurostar ticket just to go one way, Paris-London, which is just getting ridiculous. I really hate the Tories and their stupid regulations. I mean, wouldn't it have been more just easier to make it possible for people to do these type of tests on the NHS, going to the NHS surgery very simply and being able to do the COVID-19 test there free of charge? Wouldn't have been more sensible, like the way it is done in France, where you don't have to pay for yourself for these PCR tests? What is the point here? I really am baffled by the policies of this current government in the UK. But hey, apparently the Brits like it, because what did they do? Well, they voted Tories again, so there you go. I really feel at the moment there's a disconnect between how we feel at Crefovi and how most of the UK people think and feel, which is, to me, from when I see this, just being super racist, super egocentric, super centered, self-centered, and completely narrow-minded. My take on it. Hopefully the Scots are going to make a point and show to the rest of the United Kingdom. But basically, when you isolate yourself and you basically cut yourself from the rest of Europe, there's no project. It doesn't flow seamlessly. You can't do business in continental Europe anymore because there's no banking license yet you can get now to do business out of the UK, to sell some banking products and other finance products to the rest of Europe. It's very difficult to circulate, as I just mentioned. Hopefully this is like a temporary situation due to COVID. But I read also recently in the press that an Italian citizen got deported to some immigration centres by the Home Office while she visited a cousin in the UK. I mean, hello, what was that about? So there's a sort of climate of anxiety, of fear that is very much entertained and developed by the Tories, that this current UK government, which frankly just disgusts me. It just disgusts me. There's no other word. So, we're going back to London. We're going back to the UK, making the most of our life in London, which is the city I love the most in the world, to be honest. And then Los Angeles, and perhaps maybe third place, Paris. But I'm not sure. Paris is always complicated for me. But anyway, so we're looking forward to going back to London for sure, because, as I said, this is my most preferred city in the world. I love it. Like its heterogeneity, its eclecticity, its gathering of so many different cultures. But frankly, I mean, at the moment I really have like a culture shock with the British people, to be honest. I don't frequent Scots and Irish people, so I can't really say about them, or Welsh people. I haven't been sadly able to go to a Hay festival this year in May, June, because of the lockdown situation. But I really do feel there's a dichotomy in my way of thinking and the way of thinking of British people. So we'll see how it goes. But I find it quite intense, to be honest, and I'm saddened that this is the way most UK people, most UK people are choosing the future of a country. I think it really is going to make the UK more and more at the fringes of Europe. That's a shame, really. London hopefully will keep on to be an economic and financial centre in Europe, hopefully, especially for creative industries, which we look after. But I'm quite concerned about the rest of the situation, and it's about time that there is a change of guard, like it happened in the US with Trump being, exited swiftly by the US people when they noticed that this person had absolutely nothing to do at the head of a state. And so I hope this change of guard, which happened in the US like 5 or 6 months ago now, I think, will also happen in the UK, because they really do need to take, to basically land and have this basically this realization, this awareness that this is not working. This is not working. This government is just not doing well here. There's no project for the UK, in terms of economic development, in terms of business plan to actually make the economy grow. There's nothing. There's just let's retire in splendid isolation on our island and fuck off, the rest of the world. I mean, it's like, what? How can you actually sustain an economy with this sort of thinking? I don't know. Anyway, my heart stands and stays with London in the United Kingdom, so I'm delighted to go back to London soon. And also, I finally will be able to go back to my, in-person yoga classes at Tri-Yoga in Camden, so I'm really looking forward to that from the 17th of May onwards, so that's so cool. Because here in Paris, for example, there's still lockdown, so most non-essential shops actually closed. So... Look, I definitely keep a positive outlook for us at Crefovi for sure, because creative endeavours will keep on going. But I do not understand why the UK government is making it so difficult for the creative industries to do productive business since Brexit. And this decision has been taken on in 2016, and since then the economy has been sluggish in the UK, and it's getting worse and worse. Because of the lockdowns and of course the pandemic, so that is something that of course all states had to contend with, but the Brexit effects are just horrendous. So many companies have to set up some secondary office and branches and subsidiaries in one country in continental Europe to be able to keep on doing good business, to avoid custom duties, taxes, etc. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense from a rational standpoint and an economic standpoint. So am I missing something here? I mean, why is it that the majority of UK people are taking decisions with something else than they, mind they had, right? With their grey cells. What are they using to do some decision making here? What? Their guts, their sexual organs, their heart? I doubt that this is their heart who is actually asking them to become so racist. But anyway, so I'm baffled. So I feel at the moment very detached, even conflicted with the way most UK people think and behave. But hey, I don't have to hang out with them, so it's okay. And in my various, endeavors with people I'm in contact with in London, I am very picky and choosy and make sure that I don't hang out with the right crowd. So bye for now, and I look forward to giving you a new update in a new video very soon. Bye now.